Hi everybody, welcome back to the Seesaw. It is Saturday again. Despite being stuck at home, the weeks are still flying past. I mean, 6 weeks now of lockdown, and that really doesn't feel like 6 weeks. If you think what the 6 week summer holiday for children is like, it doesn't feel like that long, although I'm sure it does to people that are stuck at home by themselves, unable to get out and see anybody. But it does seem to quickly turn around to the weekend again, which is a good thing. But again, beautiful weather today after a miserable week. I'm not sure what it was like where you are, but we've had just all seasons this week. We've had hail, thunderstorms, heavy rain for a couple of days, high winds, and now we're back to sunshine and little white clouds and blue skies. So I've been out shopping today. I went to Aldi and to Sainsbury's. Last week, if you recall, I went to Tesco's, spent about £90 and didn't feel like I got much. Today I spent 77 at Aldi and another 9 at Sainsbury's, and so £86, but I felt like I got a whole lot more stuff for that. So it's Aldi, isn't it? Aldi and Lidl, I think. We don't have a Lidl, but I think those two stores really do make a difference to your weekly shop. And most things, well, everything we buy from Aldi we quite enjoy. There are a few things I don't buy because we have tried them and we don't like their version as much, but there's very, very few of those. There's not many things at all. Really, it's a couple of things that Caleb has that he doesn't like the Aldi version of. Things like, I'm trying to think, pepperami. So Aldi does a version of the pepperami sticks, which Caleb doesn't like, but he does like pepperami. So little things like that. So then I just buy those sorts of things when I see them on offer at Tesco or Sainsbury's, rather than buying them week in, week out. So a good shop, had everything I needed, except I was hoping to get some whole wheat flour. There were some bags of flour back on the shelves this week, but not any whole wheat. So I can't remember off the top of my head what I needed it for, but I will just use plain flour instead. So I will turn you around. I'll show you everything I managed to pick up today. And then at the end, as always, I'll show you our plan for meals for the week ahead. Okay, so there is the sweep of the haul. Only just around the corner, but there is a lot of stuff crammed in here. So non-food items, I got a TV guide, I got another package of these cleaning wipes. So Caleb worked through the first pack that we got of these, and they've really been fine. So he hasn't reacted to his skin at all. The dryness on his skin has healed up, but I've suggested that he keeps using them just to make sure he stays on top of that. And then I picked up this, which is Amalfi Lemon. There were 4, I think, summer fragrances in their big candles, which are like the Yankee candles. And this is the Amalfi Lemon. They were $2.99 for these big jars, which is really good price. But this lemon is such a fresh scent. It is lovely. So I'm quite looking forward to lighting that one and getting a nice lemony smell. I had a peach one last year that I really liked. Gave a really nice kind of summery fruity smell, and so looking forward to burning that. Some wheat and white tortilla wraps, some 50-50 both in one bread rolls, and our normal 50-50 loaf. Some fruity water for Caleb. He hasn't had any of these for a while we've been at home, but I decided to pick up a pack today. Some eggs. Crisps, I got the ridged variety crisps and some cool tortilla chips. I got 2 mug shots just to put in the cupboard. Haven't been having them very often, to be fair, while we've been at home, but sometimes it gets to lunchtime and I don't really know what I want, and I haven't really got time to plan very much because I might have a call or something straight after lunch that I need to get back onto. So I thought having those in the cupboard would just be a little backup. Biscuits, we got ginger nuts, some of the cookies and cream, which is like Oreos, and some shortbread. And then in the centre aisle, they had these twins, which looked to be like chocolate-coated Oreos sort of thing. They had white chocolate and milk chocolate. So I got some of these. Looks like there's 6 little packs of probably 2 biscuits in each. And then some Funfair slices, which I think look to be a bit like angel slices, which Caleb quite likes. So this is the Holly Lane, is the bakery own brand for Aldi. 2 of the little Nutella and Go pots, which is the breadsticks with the Nutella dip. Some toffee sauce, a bottle of olive oil. Now, Biscoff spread is one of my real weaknesses. I absolutely love it, but it is quite expensive. So I was really pleased to see Aldi with their own version of, they had the smooth and the crunchy. Now it was in the centre aisle, so I don't know if it's going to be a permanent thing. But I was very pleased to see it. It was £1 something for a tub, which is a lot cheaper than the Lotus Biscoff one. My waistline won't appreciate the fact that I've bought this, but you know, when you just have the munchies and you just want something, I like this spread on like a plain biscuit or on a piece of toast or something like that. And there are lots of things you can do baking wise for it, so I might look up a couple of recipes. You can do cheesecakes, you can do cookies, you can do like brownies with Nutella in. So I might do some baking with it too. A can of sweet corn, chopped tomatoes, meatballs in tomato sauce. Again, these were centre aisle items this week. The Campbell's condensed soup. Now, I don't need them this week, but I do. There are a number of American recipes that I still enjoy making that use Campbell's soup as one of the ingredients. And every time it comes up, I have to go and get them. They do have them in Tesco and Sainsbury's, but they're like £1.20 or £1.50 a can. These were 75p. So while they're on the centre aisle in Aldi, I will pick a couple of cans up each week. They had chicken and the mushroom ones. I got 2 cartons of passata. I got one in Aldi, and then when I got into Sainsbury's, I remembered that I needed one for something else as well that I hadn't got on my list, and so I only had one on the list, so I grabbed another one just so that I've got them. I also got celery salt. Bit of a tip here, if you're making your own bolognese sauce, celery salt is a great thing to add to it. I actually learned that from an Italian who taught me how to make bolognese when I was in uni, using passata and using chopped vegetables, and celery salt was always part of his seasoning mix. So I've always used it ever since, and we were out. A bit like with the chicken soup, I picked up a couple of these little white chocolate options powder. Again, I remember looking at a recipe this week for a dessert that was kind of more slimming friendly, and it used this to flavour, I don't know whether it was yogurt or quark or cream cheese or something, and you don't always see the white chocolate one, so again I grabbed a couple of sachets while I saw it. Sage and onion stuffing, as we have got a roast chicken dinner this week, and so Caleb loves to have that with his dinner. Some of the soft bakes filled, so this is the Aldi version, I can't remember what they're called, the little biscuit bakes. Can't remember what they're called now, the branded version. And this is the chocolate hazelnut ones. So Caleb might actually quite like these with a smoothie as a breakfast instead of cereal sometime. Or certainly for me with my morning coffee, just to get my day going. Some racer bars and a pack of the Astro medleys. Some milk chocolate rice cakes. Couple of bags of mini eggs. Again, these were reduced because Easter season is over. And again, there are a few things baking wise I like to make that use mini eggs for decoration or part of it. I haven't got a plan to make any in the next week or so, but these are things that I can keep in the cupboard so that when I do want to make something, I don't think, oh, what can I use instead, because they don't have mini eggs in the shops anymore. A bag of pasta. Now in Sainsbury's there was plenty of pasta today, all different sorts of pasta. Aldi had none, so again it's a bit flip-flopping. Because they've had pasta all along. Now Aldi had rice today, packages of long grain and brown rice. Sainsbury's didn't have any, so it's a bit like one has some things and the other has the other things. And a bag of Magic Stars, that's one of Caleb's favourite sweeties, so that's a little treat for him. A small milk, we do still have a large one in the freezer, but we had run out of milk this morning and we hadn't got the one out of the freezer yet, so we'll use this first. An apple juice, a pot of double cream, a pot of buttermilk. 2 of these were 45p in Sainsbury's. Caleb used to have these sorts of things quite often and he hasn't had them for a long time. So I got a chocolate buttons one and a flake one. And it's just like a little chocolate pudding, like, chocolate pudding, American style pudding with, this one has flake and this one has mini buttons with it. Some Scotch eggs, 2 of the smoked sausages. I was looking for the regular ones. They didn't have them. They had the reduced fat. It doesn't really matter. I'm using it for a meal, so it won't matter. Garlic bread, a box of the smoothies and a box of Tube-it yogurts. Beautifully buttery spread, 2 blocks of real butter. 3 of these little pots of yogurt. This is my favourite sort of yogurt at the moment. I've tried a number of different ones recently and I come back to these every time. So I've got 2 of the raspberry and 1 of the hazelnut. Some smoked, some honey roast ham slices, little blocks of cheese for Caleb, some cheese strings. I'm going to use these to make some little cheese bites. So you just cut these into little pieces. Coat them in breadcrumbs and bake them in the oven, and they make like little mozzarella sticks that you get if you go out for dinner. I just thought that would be a fun thing to have one day this week. Some chicken satay sticks, Caleb likes those. Some cheese slices, ice blitz lollies and strawberry cones. I've got 2 packs of the frozen vegetable medley, the other one's down the front here. A big bag of grated cheese and some mini sausage rolls. Caleb asked if he could have picky bits for his lunches for this week, so that's why I got the chicken, the Scotch eggs, the little bits of cheese and the sausage rolls. He'll be able to build some little lunch plates from that with a yogurt and some fruit or something. Chicken thigh burgers. Again, we've got burgers on the menu this week. Tony had these last time. They're really big actually, and I think he made 3 or 4 burgers out of the 2 pieces in there. So they are quite large, even though it's only 2 in there. You know, if there were 3 of you in your family, you could probably feed all 3 of you with 1 pack. And I got the hot and spicy ones. There's the other pack of frozen vegetables. Then on to fresh fruits and veg. Maris Piper potatoes. Potatoes didn't look particularly good again. The regular English white potatoes definitely didn't look good. I had lots of eyes and black bits on them. So again, I might take a ride over to the farm shop one day this week and just get some a bag of farm potatoes. Mushrooms, parsnips. Oh, I didn't do meat. It's so far down today that I didn't get to meat. An extra large whole chicken and 2 packages of turkey mince. Everything else I need. We're using the smoked sausage for 1 meal, so that's 4. And then I've got some bits in the freezer that I'm using. So burgers one day, I've got some sausage meat and some sausages. So that's kind of how our week is planned out. Some shredded kale for Licky, a net of onions, some curly parsley for Licky and some thyme for cooking, some salad tomatoes and a cucumber, a pack of bistro salad, some little gem lettuce, a pack of mixed bell peppers, some spring onions, some mixed seedless grapes, a bag of bananas, some strawberries, British strawberries I've noticed, that's the first of those I've seen, and raspberries. So looking at our plan for the week, tonight we're going to have sausage and mash with veg. Tomorrow, as a bit of a change for a Sunday, we're having spaghetti bolognese or pasta bolognese with garlic bread. Monday we're going to have the smoked sausage, use that to make a cheesy sausage pasta. Tuesday we'll have burgers with chips. Wednesday sausage and mash pie, and that uses sausage meat, which I've got some sausage meat that I got in my muscle food hamper at Christmas that I just want to use up. We had stuffing as well with the Christmas hamper, so I didn't use it to make stuffing. So I'm going to use it to make a sausage and mash pie. And then Thursday, Mexican pizzas with salad. And then Friday, we're going to have a roast dinner. So again, it'll be a crock pot chicken, so it can cook all day. And then when I'm done with working on Friday, we can just make the side dishes to go with it. So it'll be a bit of a switch around from our normal, but at the moment it's like every day is very similar, so it doesn't really matter what day you have stuff on, I think. And we just thought we'd have a change from roast dinner. A couple of baking things I'm planning to do today. Today I'm planning to make a caramel banana bread. Tomorrow I'm going to make some snickerdoodle bars. Snickerdoodle is an American flavour that uses cinnamon, and it's often used in biscuits, but I'm making a bit like lemon bars, that sort of thing, with a shortbready bottom on them and then a snickerdoodle topping. The string cheese bites I'll make towards the end of the week as a little lunch thing, and then I will make some brownies in the week as well. So that's my plan for the week. Thank you for joining us for this grocery haul, and we look forward to seeing you back here on the SeeSaw soon.